everyone, for the last week of my personal deck challenge, I worked with the Angelic Messenger Cards. I did post these to Facebook, but I wasn't able to upload photos of some of the images. So I will show some of those images for you now. I will be doing a review on this deck soon because it's a great deck. This is the book. It's a very deep and insightful book. It's worth reading with your daily card draw, even as you're working intuitively with your deck. I drew a lot of divine guidance cards, which I usually draw with this deck. And this deck is just like the Isis Oracle deck. I really only need to draw one card and I get a clear answer. I don't really need to go into a whole spread. And so I really appreciate that about this deck. It's very clear and very beautiful. I actually like the photos of flowers, and she explains in the deck why she does that, as opposed to images or drawings or photos of angels, kind of like Doreen Virtue does. I like that she made this really different, and it's a completely unique take on how to represent angels in our life, and I really appreciate that. The guidebook is really thorough. There, for each card, there's a whole intro part. For each card, there's a section on the challenge, the angelic message, the spiritual opportunity, and the application. And you get at least a few paragraphs or one large paragraph for each of those sections. So it's very clear and well thought out and very divinely inspired, and you can tell that. And the flowers as images really allows you to work with angelic messengers, however you choose to work with angels in your life. So, and I really appreciate that it doesn't have to be this image that we see over and over again. That might not ring true for all of us, especially if we're following a more pagan path. And so I appreciate that she gives you a new and fresh way to look at working with angelic guidance. So let me just show you a few cards that really meant a lot to me that showed up. Willingness showed up. This one was really important for me, and it's 30 desire. And it's not just about physical desire. In fact, it's really, the message is really that you've been doing too much and working too hard and giving too much to others. And it's about rediscovering what your desires are and rediscovering your passion and relationship with the earth and earth beings. So, and by earth beings, I mean like the stones, the trees, the plants, that kind of thing. And so this was like the most important message, and it just kind of whacked me over the head when I was really pushing myself too much this past week. And so I actually began to listen to this message probably for the first time. I get this message all the time from all of my decks, and I tend to not listen to it, and I just keep going, keep pushing myself. And I'm getting to the point now where like I have to stop, and it's too much, and I'm too exhausted. I'm physically not feeling well constantly. So that message was really important. I also drew courage, which showed up on the Facebook page too, I believe. I think so. And really good messages from this, really honest and inspiring and truthful about following your own path and trusting and doing things that scare you. And so I appreciated that. And I also got 27 commitment. So that was a really good message as well for me about staying true to my word, thinking about what I'm speaking, what I'm saying, what energy I'm sharing with other people, and what I'm willing and not willing to share with other people. So really clear messages from this deck. And I actually purchased this deck right before my son was born, so I haven't got to work with this deck too much beyond my teacher, Noreen McDonald. She uses this deck after a Reiki session with her, and I've had a few Reiki sessions with her. And so I have had really great and deep experiences with this deck through that. But now it's exciting to start working with it on my own and have different experiences with this deck as well. It's a very lovingly expressed message, but it's quite clear. And like I said, I usually find that one card gives me enough information, and I don't need to kind of expand out past that. At least I haven't experienced that to this date with this deck. So if you all have this deck, let me know what you think of it. I will be doing a more in-depth review soon, but it's a great deck. If you are looking for a unique and different angel deck, this is a really great option. And again, the book is very thoroughly researched and clearly expressed and stated, and obviously very divinely inspired. So thank you all for joining me in my 5-week personal deck challenge. I really appreciate it. I hope you've all enjoyed it and gotten to know some of your decks better, especially ones that, like this one, maybe you haven't had time, like this one for me, I mean, maybe you haven't had time to really work with them. So I will see you all in the next video. I am hoping to start my stone lessons soon. I've really been trying to get some things together and work on that. So I'm hoping to get a video posted on that soon. And I hope you all have a lovely weekend, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.